bring enough.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And McManus able to put it through. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And it's 15-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. You. Check 37. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 51.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Check, 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 check!
Detroit! Detroit!
No, check that.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is Shepard on the catch. Touchdown, Giants! Sterling Shepard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Detroit! Detroit!
Double tight. Double tight.
Set! 3-19!
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Back to throw. Gets this one to Morris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for Shepard deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Four down.
Play action. They'll throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Randy Gregory able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Check 13.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Target, 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 target.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
They'll drop to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They're going to try and throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get this down to the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, It tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's 3rd down.
Tight end right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
Double tight. 3 down.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Gun!
Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Double tight. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Giants just continue to pour it on.
Touchdown!
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And out now come the Vikings. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Hatch it.
Cook. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not. We'll find out.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one. The Vikings on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Detroit! Detroit!
Oh, here we go. Oh.
They're going to look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Morris. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Gun!
Back to throw now on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Detroit! 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56.
51, Mike, 51.
Looking to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Being chased out left. And incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. He'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, we got 3.
Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I'm going to...
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
I got 15.
All right, here we go. Blue 90!
Hey, you're
Blue 90!
on an island. Where you at? Where you at?
They'll set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. The 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Check, check.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here we go!
Check. 4 down. 4 down. Check 3. Check 3. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
We got 4.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Hold the look, hold the look, hold. Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. Now watch one.
Detroit! Detroit!
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Gun! 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 Gun!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Blitz, 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 blitz.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
Over! Over! Over!
Let's get it.
On the carry, it's Cook. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7.
No. Check. Patriot!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 32 that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They'll look to throw here. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He'll look to throw. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Detroit! Gun!
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Took a great look at that score.
And a loose football. And who's got it? The Giants.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gun!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Fighting to stay upright. And this is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch 88! Detroit!
He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants!
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Linval Joseph never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Detroit! Detroit!
Buying time to his left. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They are down big. They have not scored a single point I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do
pride
something.
on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.